First of all, I criticize the people within the Senate and the representative. Because look, we live in America. I've been here for over 20 years. These guys put the country first. Anything that goes on wrong in Liberia, I will blame the Senate and the representative of the country. One of these guys should have withdrew from the speaker position. Let us be realistic here.
So you want for either of them to like
Yeah, for the sake. Yeah, for the sake of the country.
But you here in America, one morning you just see on TV, the seat of the Capitol is on fire. What comes to mind?
So, quite a while. One of the things that caused our nation to be what it is a so-called political power struggle, which ruined my youth. Throughout my life, when growing up as a kid, I never went to an ice cream shop, being home with my mom and dad. Growing up at age 6, all I saw was murder, torture, rape, abuse, gunshots all night, and starving all day for weeks.
Look, excuse me when I'm speaking wrong, but the country people, they are killing ourselves, they are killing themselves, they are killing the low people.
A lot of people that start like this, they end up on either Capitol Hill or at the executive mansion, meaning they go in politics. If you will consider going in politics in the future, Jonah, man to man, which district from your county?
Politics is not my thing. I want to help the grassroots kid. If the only way I can help them to run, I will. Let me tell you.
Hi guys, one of the reasons why I'm flowing from Boston, Massachusetts is to do this. On camera, you are seeing two incredible Liberians who are here in Fargo, North Dakota, doing extremely well for our people back home. You know how it is, many Liberians sometimes, or African in general, come to the United States or in the diaspora to forget of our people. But Jonah G. Bacon here, who is the CEO and president of Jonasa Foundation in Liberia, West Africa, didn't do so, which is a good thing. He's a good man. And then Michael's Darn is here as well as a special ambassador. So Jonah and Michael are going to be having a brief chat with them. Jonah wants to give his view in on a couple of issues of late that has been happening, ranging from the fire outbreak. Man, that was very unfortunate. That was embarrassing, at the nation's capital. Among other issues, Jonah will talk about his foundation, his work. We also, got a hint that he's been doing some work in building some school facilities back home, So Michaels and Jonah G. Bacon, who is the president and CEO of Jonasa Foundation, we're here live at his residence in Fargo, North Dakota. It feels good to be here, Jonah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr.
And Michael, it feels good.
Welcome to Fargo, the place where we benefit from coal, And thanks for coming from all the way Boston, Massachusetts. It's a beautiful city. I've been there.
Right. So as a first-time person in Fargo, North Dakota, what will you guys tell me?
I would say this is a better weather, and at 35 degrees.
So I came at the right time.
You came at the right time.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Jonah,
Yeah,
did I come at the right time?
Yeah, you came at the right time, the right place, the right home, and I'm very, very impressed.
Because I was saying, I live in New England. It snows a lot. I was feeling like I was going to be the same thing here, but no, that's not what it is. Sun is shining outside. It's scorching hot. I think it's about 50 degrees. So here, first thing first, right?
Yes.
I want to congratulate you on your recent award, man. That was really magnanimous. Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say, thank God, thank you for the foundation, for the volunteer back home who've been working very, very hard. More especially Miss Venus Cordoba, she been very, very, I can say she been very, very good in what she does. So I'm very, very happy to hire off as my teammate for Jonathan Foundation.
Marcus, you as a special advisor, that's a very critical role that you serve in. Meaning a lot of decisions he makes, you have to be in the know of it. Sometimes you have to suggest to him. You have to recommend. He's winning this award. What does it look like for Jonathan Foundation?
I think it's a good thing for the fact that he has been very instrumental in making our nation a better place, especially for the youth. And most of the time when he's trying to leave, we tell him, no, you're not going to leave. Like one of the time he had to get cleared medically. And because of his passion and his love for the people back home, he was trying to leave. And we did a board meeting and he was still trying to leave. And I said, no, you're not going to go till you get a clear. And we told his doctor. And they kept him here till he had a green light to go. So yeah, sometimes he gets very passionate and he forget himself. That in order for you to help other people, you got to help yourself first. Remember the Bible say, love your neighbor as yourself, not more than yourself, So those are some of the work we have to do. Sometimes we got to pull strings and stuff like that. Yeah.
Pulling strings, man, that's going to be like 90% of your jobs, But Jonan, in the midst of all of this, something terrible happened in Liberia. I don't know how that came about, but there has been a legislative fight on Capitol Hill, which within that event, a fire outbreak at the nation's capital, where serve as the residents of the people's representatives, the House of Senate and the House of Representatives. Jonah, how do you feel as a Liberian living outside of Liberia and hearing, seeing such on camera that your nation's capital is on fire?
First of all, I criticize the people within the Senate and the representative. Because look, we live in America. I've been here for over 20 years. These guys put the country first. Anything that goes on wrong in Liberia, I will blame the Senate and the representative of the country. One nation I withdrew say, look, for the sake of the country, I withdrew my support to be a Speaker of the House. Let's give it to this Z. For the sake of the country, I withdrew my support to be a Speaker of the House. Let's give it to S. What I'm trying to say, look, we look at America's system. They put their country first. But in Liberia, what we do? We put our financial, our family first before the country. So I blame the both House and the Senate. And the president of Liberia for not calling the people and say, look, you're going to come together for the sake of the country, for the sake of the Liberian people. Let us work in unity. What's going on here? But nobody was mature enough. And I wrote an article that will kill the Congo people for nothing. Because no civilized Congo man will allow for that kind of stuff to go in the Senate. They will do something. They will come together and do something. But look, excuse me when I'm speaking wrong, but the country people, they are killing ourselves. They are killing themselves. They are killing the low people. One of these guys should have withdrew from the speaker position. Let us be realistic here.
So you want for either of them to like
for the sake, for the sake of the country.
The debate on Capitol Hill is about numbers.
Yes.
So one has more number than the other.
Look, let me tell you something in this country. When Joe Biden was running, we know he aged. He aging every day. So what Democrat people did? They brought in a young person, although she loves the election. But Joe Biden said, for the sake of the country, I withdrew from the presidency. Democrat, you'll find somebody. They brought in a young lady. Look, when we're using the word for the sake of the country, it will better the little men, the little women, the grassroots kid. But if we say we're putting the financial first, then the country, we will always do things like that. Okay. So I blame the Senate and the House of Representatives for what's going on. And what's going on now is very bad for the country. Okay. It makes like Okay, why we kill these Quaker people for nothing? Why? Because you and myself, who were born in Liberia, we never seen a Congo man acting with a Congo man. Congo man will give you note and say, look, get this to Minister of Youth and Sport, you'll get a vacation job. Surely you're going to get it. But it's not going on today. So if we are not putting the country first and we're putting ourselves first, an individual, the country will always go in wrong direction.
Okay. So the country's going to be run by political egos and
Yes.
those who don't want to, like, support the people cause and just do the right thing. Michael, I would love to hear you on this one. So you are also a Liberian, born and raised in Liberia. You here in America. One morning you just see on TV the seat of the capital is on fire. What comes to mind?
So, quite a while. One of the things that caused our nation to be what it is a so-called political power struggle, which ruined my youth throughout my life. When growing up as a kid, I never went to an ice cream shop, being home with my mom and dad. Growing up at age 6, all I saw was murder, torture, rape, abuse, gunshots all night, and starving all day for weeks. And my mom and my late grandmother, may also rest in perfect peace, they literally had to struggle to get us food. And then when they get that food, they give it to us and they watch us eat, you know. But the thing is, if there's anything I've learned from this country, is the level of unity, choosing country over any individual. We all heard that Joe Biden was being ill, but he wasn't forced to be kicked out of, where he was at the time. Is he dead now? No. Is he seriously sick and can't walk anymore?
No.
No. But guess what? For the sake of the country, he stepped down and the woman took over. So when it comes to Liberia, we have a lot to learn. We had to kick away our personal aggrandizement, put what matters the most, and just do better.
Okay. Let's go back to you and I. So many of your Basel people, in as much as you are doing this, you're doing that, but some feel like it's not too much. How do you feel?
Look, when I distributing, I do not go to school and say, look, what try have you? I see Liberia. Manangio, Crown, we are Liberia. So I distribute. I understand my Basel people criticize me. I'm not doing enough for the Basildans. But I will tell you that I done enough for the Basildans more than any senator or representative or any minister. I donated to the Grand Basel County Hospital. You know that. You saw the video. And you understand, I donated. But when I go to the graduate school, I don't ask, which trial are you? No.
I even saw on TV that you also donated to the National Counters Meet.
Yes.
Team in Buchanan.
In Grand Basel County. I hosted the Grand Basel County.
Yeah.
Team, and people criticize me because they lose. And which I was feeling bad. Lose or win, we should be able to do something for the Grand Basel County. And I'm telling you, I'm a Basilian. I love my Basel people. Notwithstanding, people criticize me. Why how to bring man or man to Emory University, getting full scholarship to become a medical doctor. And this guy, I met him. He was saying, I said, look, I want for you to mind one of my houses. He said, okay. I supported him going for the University of Liberia. When I came back 2014, I taught at Emory University for full scholarship because he said he wanted to become a medical doctor. Now he's there. He get 3 more years, he will be great. Although his name is saved. But people say I should have brought a Basel man. He's a Liberian. I get man and girl people who supported me, who still supported me. I get what Peter won't look at. He's not a Bazona, he's not a Basel man. I get Edwin Child, who just passed away, special assistant and bodyguard to Charles Taylor. And he supported me. I look at Liberia. I brought him. He called me dad. So my Brazilian people, I support Liberia. I'm not doing travel listing to say, look, which tribe are you? I will give you capital when you buy some. I donated to Basso County more than anybody. I went to the school, the graduate school. I communicated with them. I visited them. I gave them capital pen, computer. I donated to the hospital of Grand Basso County.
Okay.
So if the Brazilian fee are not doing enough for them, yes, I can do enough for them. Okay, that's a problem. But I will always.
But quick one though, on the table of scratching out all these different feelings and all of that.
Yeah.
If there's another opportunity in such manner,
Yes.
would you take somebody from Buchanan or any part of Bassa if this opportunity comes again?
I would take somebody that qualifies.
Okay.
Not because
somebody that qualifies.
Yes.
And resides in Buchanan.
Look, Mr. Vonanga, I get 3 scholarship students for the teacher next year for Mohawk College. Mm-hmm. That the most spoke to me about it. Said, look, Jonah, can you find me a 3 person from Jonah Lane International Academy? I'm not going to ask the teacher, what tribe are you? But I would look for the most qualified teachers for them to go to Mohawk College. And the thing is, you will go to Mohawk College for 4 years, but when you have to work for Jonasa Foundation or Jonah Lane International School for 4 years. After the 4th year, you renew your contract. You can. If you want to go, you go. But I'm not going to ask you if you Bassa or you Pere or you Gil or you Crown. I'm not going to ask you for it.
So I think Jonah is honestly speaking from a generalized perspective. He doesn't want to limit his involvement in Liberia to just one particular tribe.
Yes.
We know you Bassa people love to be very personal,
Yeah.
But I think you guys respect him on this one. But he says, good thing is, if this opportunity resurfaces, obviously he's going to take the best qualified in Buchanan and its surroundings. All right. So Bassa people, leave him with this one. But so let me hear you, Marcus, on this one. In as much as your boss is trying hard, you guys are cracking your brains, coming up with all these, developing programs to see how people living a better life. But yet still, people say, your boss is not doing well. I mean, what do you say as a critical person?
So that's why we fight all the time. With him, he gets overstimulated with the level of passion he do have when it comes to helping Liberians in general. And he sometimes forget himself. So people will sometimes take advantage of that. But I would tell you, he's a very good man. He's passionate about his country, Liberia. And he just want the best for every young people growing up today or tomorrow for the future. Now, one of the things that has kept this nation so powerful and stronger is because they always look back to the future to come. When they are going, there is a generation set every time. So he and I was at a city council meeting one day, and one of the ladies were to speak before the board of commissioners, and she wasn't there. And when they called her, I saw the 18 years old girl coming with a whole sheet full. She was like, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Becky. My mom's supposed to be here, but I'm going to be speaking for her today. I was like,
interesting.
Yeah. And she spoke for 10 minutes on the paper,
right,
flip reading and talking to the entire board of commissioners. When she got you, then he said, this is what I want to see happening in Liberia. Yeah. So he's passionate. Forget about all the tribalistic stuff and all that. He loved the Bassa people. He loved every Liberian.
Right.
And as he said, if that opportunity surfaces, which of course is already in play, and it shows only like 86% away from coming back to us as a full scholarship, he'll definitely go for the ones that seems focused and qualified.
Okay. Qualifications. In Bassa, he's gonna take somebody. A lot of people that start like this, they end up on either Capitol Hill or at the executive mansion, meaning they go in politics. If you will consider going in politics in the future, Jonah, man to man, which district from your county will you want to?
Can I move in right there? That's where we always.
Right. So let's allow Marcus,
Yes.
who is his technical person, to come in.
See, I've worked here as a political activist. I served on a lot of campaigns. Quite recently, after the last election, I campaigned for 12 Republicans, and they all won. One of which in District 10, this district I was sitting to, there was a tough one at a Cuban. We beat her by 1,500 votes, a girl from Somalia. Was I supposed to do that? But we did what we had to do because we wanted the right thing to be put in place because she wasn't doing anything better. So when it comes to politics, I know there have been a breeze everywhere blowing concerning that. And what he said it one day, like, I overheard every time you help in Liberia, people want you to advance into politics. Then I said, if you are doing all these good things for the people and they do petition you to contest in whatever district, wouldn't you consider that? He was like, well, I don't know yet, this and that. I said, you know what? You're going to consider this. Because if you can do it this time, meaning if you get there, you're selfless. You don't need anything technically. You live a very comfortable life here. You got money stuck up in the bank in Liberia just to help Liberian youth. Everything is in play. I'm talking about millions of dollars in the bank in Liberia that you haven't touched for over 6 years until the right structures can be put in place. How many Liberian can you trust for 5 million? And that's not what he has. He has more than that. I'm not going to say on TV. But how much Liberian can you trust with $5 million and still have the money intact, waiting for the full structure of the organization to be ready before the money can be used for a purpose? He's done that. So 5 times 5, I'm not going to call it figure. So yeah, as I said. So I told him, go for politics. If that is what the people want, go for it. And if you messed up, I'm coming for you, And that's it.
There are 2 political playbooks here. You have the playbook in Liberia, which is different, and you have the playbook in the United States.
So good thing here is politics here, it changed the trajectory of your understanding, and I've come to know. Politics here, I come to you, I need your vote. You give me money, and then you vote for me, and you hold me accountable. In Liberia, I come to you, I request your vote, I give you money, you vote for me, and I steal your money. So this is where it gets very confusing. So when it comes to such things, we just know how to play politics in Liberia. And we can always go back on the drawing board and use a whole different strategy and change the mindset of the people, where we will create an avenue where you give me $5, I will use it to run campaign, you vote for me, and you will hold me accountable when I make mistakes. That is what we want to take to Liberia. It's possible.
All right. Let's see how that goes. But Jonah, now, if the people do petition you one day, will you accept their petition, and will you consider running in Grand Bassa County?
Politics is not my thing. I want to help the grassroots kid. If the only way I can help them to run, I will. Let me tell you. When I'm not looking for hand up, I'm looking for hand up. And I tell most of the donors, do not get Jonathan Foundation hand up. Give Jonathan Foundation hand up. It's a great difference between hand up and hand up. So what I will tell you now, for example, the article, we have everything. The government want that. We need duty-free privilege to be able to shape these things that
you
are
should
more.
have that.
As
a non-profit organization
yes.
in Liberia that have laws that allow you to have.
The people refuse to give me duty-free privilege.
That's a sticky one.
But they gave it to the politician.
I could investigate that if you want.
Yes, they give it to the politician. Because you cannot say you will be senator before you get a non-profit organization. It's wrong in Liberia.
No.
They don't do it yet. I met with Senator Representative Ice, my son. I just met with 10. Somebody who's been in politics for 40 years, right? Democrat. He knew that I voted for Republican. Our own TV was Republican. I was in the commercial. He came here as Republican. But while he there, he still loved me. He even spread the news of Jonasa Foundation to CEO. And now we get Paris St. John. CEO said he will be sponsoring a lot of teachers for Jonasa Foundation. You see that our grade is there? So if that the cause, the only way I can get duty-free privilege in Liberia is to run as representative or senator, I will. But if I can get it tomorrow, I will not. But my thing is, I want to see the grassroots kid, one, to be successful. Either be president or be Minister of Finance, Minister of Defense. And I will walk in the office and say, thank you, God, I made it. Jonasa Foundation, not looking for hand up. We are looking for a hand up. We are not looking for a hand up. And I tell my donors, if you want to give us something, go to Liberia and see the case. But it looked like the Liberians say, look, man, the only way we will give you duty-free privilege is say you be representative or senator. The one I'm looking at.
Like I said, that's a very sticky one because I know that laws in Liberia, there are statutes in Liberia that provides for a non-profit organization to have duty-free. I don't know who are those you talk to, but I would love to investigate it. Okay. You know, this is one of the beauty in America. The politics here is based on ideologies. You know, so that's why you as a Republican openly supported Donald Trump in the last elections, but still have, you know, still entertain and enjoy good relationship with Democrats, you know, because the politics here is based on ideas, right, Michael?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I worked for Democrat for a couple of years. I did volunteer with them. I helped some of them win. When I noticed that they were wrongly proceeding, I took a turn. I was like, you know what, I'm still with you guys. But the ideology these guys are coming with, I'm going for Hendricks. And I helped him. He won. I went back in the camera. I'm like, I'm still here. So they're like, okay, that's fine. So yeah, politics here is based upon what makes sense for the sake of the country and what you guys think. We don't hate one another. We'll say terrible things to one another. We'll talk about it. But once it's gone, it's gone. No one's going to witch hunt or do any other thing. So yeah, it is the uniqueness of the polity that I love here. You know, so we hope to hopefully change the trajectory of the political landscape in Liberia, and it's going to happen. Anything is possible.
I mean, I would love to see that too in Liberia, where we can base our differences on the issues that matter. So
not to cut you, I was at a URC meeting, right? And one of the old men there is a farmer. He's a multimillionaire, and Kelly Armstrong. Kelvin Kramer was talking about some bill that was being passed, but he voted against that bill, which hurt the state of North Dakota. And when we were at the URC meeting, the old man stood up and said, look, listen to me. And listen, bro, they were going back and forth. He stood in the senator of the entire state, facing like, if you do that, you're losing some good money because I'm not going to sponsor your campaign. But I'm honest with you. I love you. I'm going to vote for you this election. That's why you're here. But don't you ever try that again. You hear me? He was like, well, I didn't do it. But, you know, he's like, you can argue all you want. The next time you vote wrongly, you going out. I will campaign against you. And he was like, well, and then later on, I saw in the show and they let it go and everything went on.
That's just the politics.
Can you do that to Darius DeLong?
No.
In Liberia, standing in your face and say, you don't know what you're saying. You don't know the law. And this guy who was going back and forth is an old lawmaker. He's serving the house. He said, I served for 20 years. And you can't tell me nothing. I know the law. So, yeah, just a little scenario I was going to give.
Sure. I mean, I too hope a day like that in Liberia can come. You know, it's all going to be about the issues, not the people. You know, don't go after your political opponents. This has been a very fantastic moment here with you guys. These are two, like I said, these are two incredible Liberians here in America, in Fargo, North Dakota, where we're speaking to Jonan G. Bacon, who is the president and CEO of Jonasa Foundation, you know, and we're here as his residents. But just to wrap this out, Jonan, You know, one of the reasons why people always suggest and recommend to you to go into the political space is because that's the only space that you can make a much more bigger, influence on your people that you really want to serve. Because now you have the political will, you have the political power to do so. So considering all of that factors, what is your overall vision for Liberia as a country in the 21st century?
Look, let me be frank with you, and let me be very fair. I want to see one of my grassroots kids become a minister or president or minister of defense and say, yes, God, thank you. I made it. Because of Jonasa Foundation, I made it. Like I told you, the medical doctor, he donated Jonasa Foundation. 2 years from now, he will be a full medical doctor for Emory University. Because he said, not because he man or girl, not because he not bad some man, but he knows what I had done for him. Through Jonasa Foundation, through Dr. Moore, through Bishop Johnson. I believe strongly with God help that one of these kids, they will become a medical doctor or president or minister of defense or minister of foreign affairs. Right now, we are taking $1 billion or 200 units for grassroots family. The least is $20 a month. I brought in somebody yesterday, at my residence. A millionaire to see how best we can build a school in Liberia. He came when he left. He came. We had good conversation. And he said, look, I'm waiting to spend anything in Liberia. And I told him, I said, you have to visit Liberia. That's why I reject your money. He said, look at me. He said, why? I said, because when you invest in, you have to see the country and see the children, what they're going through. Yeah. He said, Jonah, I get respect for you. Yeah. I consider this my son. Mm-hmm. I believe in him. I respect him. He advised me. Mm-hmm. So I believe strongly that one day, one of the grassroots kids will become a president, minister of defense, or medical doctor. And he or she will look back and say, I have to help. When I go, that 200 unit can still support Jonasa Foundation. That school that this guy building will still support Jonasa Foundation.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm. I am looking at tomorrow. I'm not looking at today. Now, I told you, I'm not looking at him now.
I like the fact that, among your conversations with your partners, you are suggesting to them to take a visit.
Yes.
Go to Liberia.
Yes.
Go see what's happening on ground. Not too many NGOs will do that.
No.
They will prefer that the partners be abroad, they're sending the funds, but you want them to go on ground, touch down, and see what's happening with your people. Yes. Mr. Evasa, Michael's down.
Yes.
It's been a nice conversation here with you guys. This is very phenomenal. I think this is going to go viral. Our people are going to like it because we talk about Liberia.
Yes.
The three of us in this room, we have a common interest, and that interest is Liberia. Are you guys paying a visit to Liberia this year or next year?
I will be there this year. Hopefully.
Are you talking 2025? Because 2024 is already
2025, I will be there with donors.
Yeah.
Because we want to do the groundbreaking for the 200 apartment. Yeah. For the school, which I told you, this guy came to my house yesterday when you left. All right. We would be there. He would be there.
Michael, are you coming?
Yes.
Are you coming to Liberia?
You will be on the radio, TV.
I haven't been back home in 11 years.
11 years.
But
you coming?
Back. Yeah.
That's my son. I love him.
Yeah, I can't wait to be back.
I call him 2, 3 in the morning, Marcus. Yeah. Oh, the senator want to talk to me. Marcus said, let's go. Right. Oh, the senator want information from me. Let's go. He introduced me to Republican, Democrat, everything. Mm-hmm. Yes. He ran a campaign for the Senate for 25. They won every race. Mm. Yes, I'm telling you the truth. He well known. He advised. I listened to him. Mm-hmm. He listened to me. Everything. Right. Real mature. Mm-hmm. Yes. Right. So I believe in him. He believed in me.
Right.
Yes, I take your advice. Say, look, don't go to Liberia now. I said, okay. You sick? I said, okay. So that I can respect. The same respect I have for you.
That's how people, hold them on track.
Yes.
We coming to Gbesom.
Yes.
We're coming to Gbesom next year,
Next
2025. Guys,
Yes.
it was a good conversation.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
I'd like to thank Dr. Moore for all she's done over the years,
Yes.
for her numerous support and how well she has contributed to the Jonasa Foundation. She's one of the backbone, the brain behind this great humanitarian work, and may God continue to bless her. And we say thank you. We love you.
Inshallah, Dr. Moore.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Dr. Moore. Thank you for the donor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Guys, from Jonas's Foundation in the United States and Liberia, West Africa, Jonan G. Bacon, the President and CEO, Michael Stein, Special Advisor, Peter, we out. Thank you. Bye-bye.